Derek? No, he's happy.
All right, we're here. We made it. We're wearing Max. I don't believe in the Max thing, but you know, I'll wear it because, you know, the internets and people and, you know, and stuff. Anyways, everything was frozen up. We did put some hot water over the radiator and the water pump did spin over. So the engine coolant temp is 56 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is good. We didn't crack anything and nothing's leaking. We still have to unfreeze our air to water intercooler. All right, let's just talk about this for a second. I told you I wanted to get welders into your guys' hands. So what we have here is an Everlast 185. It's a TIG machine, but we'll also do stick welding. I don't recommend that, but it will do it. And you have two ways to enter. $1 spent at boostedlifestyle.shop gives you 1 entry, or $1 spent at blacksheepindustries.ca will also give you 1 entry. And I did this because I'm trying to push you guys to learn to fabricate, and I know BSI has tons of fabrication materials to work with. The only downside is the wastegates and blow-off valves currently not in stock. We're currently working on getting them back in stock. The 45s are going to be first, which should be somewhere in the next couple of weeks, and then the rest should trickle in after that. But like I said, $1, 1 entry. It's that easy. It's all milky now because I just added some water to our coolant. But we gotta unfreeze that and charge the battery because the battery died on the way over. Just gonna take off the winter wheels now and put our nice grippy ones on so we don't spin on the dyno. Putting Adam to work here, owner of AFR Auto Works, my homie. Good job. I don't even use tools anymore. Come on, man. You're just a dyno guy, that's all. Yeah. Just paperwork and computers. If you guys don't know, AFR supported Boosted Lifestyle since like day one. It's been a long 5-year relationship. A long one. Yeah, it feels like 10.
So,
oh yeah.
brake clean, blow torch. Colby's got brake clean.
Swapped out the plugs, and hopefully now it should fire. These ones were actually full of fuel and junk. A lot of cold starts, not a lot of wide open passes, so.
Look, it's trickling.
Trickling. We've been working a while now to get enough heat in the car that the air to water will unfreeze. And Colby's been smashing it out with the heat gun. He's been heating up the lines inside to get enough flow to get through here. The things we'll do for an inductive pickup here. I mean,
redid the converter again.
Laser pickup, optical. There you go. The lingo. And then Colby was kind enough to zip tie our mirror up so it's not limping anymore. He fed it the blue pill. It's all strapped up, ready to go. I'm super excited. I think we're gonna start slow on gate pressure. So like 5 pounds, we'll work our way up to 10 pounds, 15 pounds. So what do you guys think it's gonna make? Max boost. I only have a 3-bar map sensor, so we can only go to 30 PSI if it'll go there. And then how much power do you think it'll make on boost alone? We do have nitrous. It's not really hooked up yet, but it'll only take a couple minutes to hook it up. So I didn't know, but Adam actually made this for me, the Twisted T. So I mean, if it doesn't make 1,000 horsepower, we gotta hit it in the face with some Twisted Ts. And he gave me a nice little booklet with a little note that I'm gonna touch myself to later. We got the wideband in this pipe just to confirm that my wideband is reading correctly, and if it's not, then we'll use this one, obviously. And yeah, pretty much ready to go.
right foot wastegate was the best method.
So what if we...
Can you confirm?
What if we just run them wide open and then timing power down?
Take some timing out of it. So what's the problem? Are two opening and two aren't?
No, so these two are open like this much. Those back two are open like this much.
Thank Matt Fields.
So I think we probably got some turbos that are stalling out. Like as these ones open, these ones are still ripping, and I bet you they're surging or doing some funky things.
You bring those other springs with you?
No, I didn't.
I don't think it would matter because they're gonna...
Make it 35! Who said that? Okay, so we're definitely running into an issue where we aren't getting the commanded dome pressure on the turbo that we want. I don't know what's going on through the Holly with the wastegates and stuff. It reverted back to the 10 pounds we originally did. So what we did was we're bypassing all the Holly boost control stuff, and we're just gonna run the shop air with a regulator onto the dome. So we're gonna put it like 20 pounds, 30 pounds, something like that, just to get a baseline to see if it's gonna work with the shop air. And then if that works, that's how we're just gonna control it for now until we have a chance to fix it. I do notice a little bit of oil coming out of the turbo compressors. And I mean, we kind of knew that this setup was not efficient in ways that it should be efficient, but it was fun. It's fun. So we'll see what we can get for boost out of the thing first. We do have a bottle of nitrous we can hook up as well. And yeah, just trying to give you a little update there on what's going on.
Did our optical pickup get screwed up there?
The thing just looks flattened right now. Oh.
Bad? 35. That was only 20.
Yeah, it made 2,700 foot-pounds of torque.
Is that 22?
How's the optical pickup look?
Some people are saying the blow-off valve was open.
Okay. Why is it not picking up? Oh, it was too much torque.
Kyle?
Yeah?
People are saying the blow-off valve was opening. Like even as he's idling and running, it's lifted.
It is.
That's
It is.
normal.
That's vacuum.
That's vacuum.
Yeah, but then it comes up a bit more.
Okay, this might be the be-all, end-all to this motor right now. I think that was boost cut. Boost cut? Did we hit boost cut?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
And how much boost?
I saw 220 in a second.
You having KPA?
Yeah, I was looking here. I was watching air fuels and boost here.
Yeah, the optical sensor fell down.
Okay.
19 pounds, so it was set at 20.
19.9. Perfect. And it didn't even stumble until we got there.
Is
So I
it
think-
linear? It looks like linear boost to me.
Yeah, it's
Like
just,
the
it's
red
just
line?
going like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's just like the Civic.
Yeah, it was like the Civic.
I checked everything.
So 6,600 RPM, we hit our 20-pound boost cut.
Sweet. What did it make?
Well, we lost the optical.
Fell off.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's all. You can just blame it on me.
with that last trans brake test, it was obvious that it's not spooling up and building boost the same way it did like in my garage. So something is definitely going on here. We're gonna try and boost leak test one side bank to see if something's up there. And if it's not boost leaking, then something is definitely up with like the turbos themselves or something, because this worked 100 times better in my garage by myself when I was naked. Got 12 pounds of boost at 4,200 RPM.
Well, it sounds like it might be in the car.
Yeah, so it's very slow.
Are you taking videos so that you can watch it back to see where you can't get?
Absolutely. This is my.
This is not
That's the way
your,
I do it too.
not your first rodeo, is it?
There's all kinds of fresh oil in this compressor though. Right here.
This one feels a lot better than.
That pipe, yeah. Like this, you can noticeably see that oil's being flowing out this way, but it's clean oil here, but this is combustion oil right here. Like,
Some of these turbos aren't really pushing much out backwards, and some are. Right?
so those are the strong ones versus the weak ones.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Probably. I think the ones that are pushing all the oil out the compressor
Yeah.
backwards like that are probably the ones that are stalling out.
So like I said, the issue is if we have one bunk turbo,
Would you look at that?
would you look at that? If we have one bunk turbo, it's gonna it's basically an 1 3/4 compressor leak out of the other ones. And it seems like it's degrading over time. If you look back at this clip that I had in my garage where I got on the 2-step, it gets up there really quick compared to the one we just did on the dyno, and it didn't get there at all. It worked for a bit, but that's what happens when you use $80 turbos, I guess.
Turbo, what do you expect?
Now, let me explain why this doesn't make sense. Because we had this Honda Civic here. And it made 411 wheel horsepower, 1.6 liters, with 4 of these same turbos. And we're making 550 wheel horsepower with more displacement and twice as much turbo. So obviously there's some sort of issue there because the math doesn't completely correlate. One thing that could be happening is we could be overspinning these turbos. The displacement is, they're doing a test. We have 3 times the displacement that we did with the Honda and only twice as much turbo.
Where the valve is.
Okay, here's the next thing we were thinking. The only thing that's changed from when I did my trans brake test and it worked fine, and when we just did the one now, is that we added the wastegates, and the wastegates actually join up 2 cylinders. So we're thinking if we if we just cut these off and weld them shut and run no wastegates at all, and just have 1 cylinder, 1 turbo, we might not get the pulsing effect where the exhaust might try and escape from 1 cylinder and go into the other one, and then you got 2 cylinders trying to push through 1 turbo instead of the other turbo, and then that one becomes a leak.
We've got air coming out the compressors.
Yes.
Right? We know for sure we have compressor surge. And we were having that right off the bat, and we didn't fix it. And like it didn't get any better at all until we just pinned the gate shut. But if we have compressor surge on one of the paired turbos, then it's going to make more back pressure on the one side, and the exhaust.
The only way to do this fast right now
turbine housing
Is just to take the wastegates off and block them right here.
No, because they're still
plates.
joined, these 2
Yeah.
pipes.
No, I know, but you can just.
It's not. That's not the issue. The issue is that
So this gets pulled off,
Yeah.
all these pipes get pulled off, this gets pulled off, the return lines get pulled off, and then the manifolds and turbos can all come out as one.
okay.
And we'll just cut these off with the turbos on and say fuck it and just clean them out with shop air afterwards. And just.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Cable out now? Yeah. I see it.
Teamwork makes the dream
You got
work.
a magnet?
That's what I'm talking about. That's up here.
But like,
Okay, so what's the plan here?
so what we're gonna do is we're essentially just gonna cut the gates off here and here because we're concerned that the pulses from these two are actually joining up right here, making some sort of compressor surge issue. This is the only difference between this setup and the Honda. So we're gonna cut these off right here, plate them, cut off here, plate them. That way it's just one turbo per cylinder, and there should be no issues of unequal distribution. We'll take the wastegates out of the equation. We'll run it full bore on whatever boost it makes, clamp shut, and then that's fucking it. That's if that doesn't work, then that's it. That's like
While we've got them off, did you check all of the
flappers.
wastegate flappers just to make sure?
Yeah,
Did Tokyo discover something?
they're slightly open.
There's your issue.
Oh, this one's definitely open.
They're slightly open by hand. Put fucking 20
How do
pounds
we?
up
When these were pushed shut,
Yeah.
did someone hold that and then tack it?
Yeah, I held this and tacked it here. I didn't tack
The
the
wastegates
insides.
were open.
On here a little bit, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna bring it up to like 5,000 RPM and we're gonna whack it there and just see if we can kind of hit boost cut at 30 pounds, kind of around 7,500 RPMs. And then because we have no way to control boost anymore, and then after that, if that gives us like 800, 850 and we need more turbo pressure, what we'll do is we have a 4-bar map sensor here and then we can extend it and we can go 35, 40 pounds of boost and try them there. All right, so the plan here is to remove our 3-bar map sensor. We're gonna put a 4-bar in it, and then we'll set boost cut at 44 pounds or 43 pounds or whatever the hell a 4-bar map reads. And then we're gonna whack the throttle until we hit 43 pounds of boost. Essentially. Fly apart,
No, I bet the turbo stopped producing before 4-bar map.
like the same way the Honda did. Like there's probably not enough drive pressure to make 40 pounds
it's-
of boost.
It's a 0.4 liters per cylinder to 0.66.
Yeah.
So 0.22 liters per turbo more.
Are you trying to do turbo math right now? That's how we rigged up our different map sensor, so it's not permanent. Just don't even look at it. It's gonna work. It's now 11:35. We've been here since noon. And we've been through all these issues. These are unforeseen things that like you don't really get with a single turbo and one wastegate. So we had to rip the manifolds off, cut them off, weld them up. Like it's been a hell of a ride, but hopefully this last pass will make it worth it. Maybe it's not the last pass. It might be the last pass. Who knows? It might blow up. So we found where the boost limit is because there's no wastegates or anything on this thing. That's all the boost these turbos are gonna make. So now we have to start adding timing in to see if we can gain a little bit more power up top. those turbos?
That doesn't make sense.
No.
I said it. Every time it fully cools off, does a pull. That's when you get the high numbers. The 600, the 700. Let it sit for 20 minutes. You'll get 8.
Yeah, weird. If you leave it sit for a little bit, it makes more power. It's a weird predicament now. It seems like if you leave it sit, it makes more power, and if you do a power pull right away, it kind of, like, I don't know, something acts up in it and it doesn't work right. I'm gonna see how much boost that was. Feed me numbers!
It didn't make very much boost that time.
How much boost did it make?
23 pounds.
How much?
23 pounds.
So it only ended up making 23 pounds that time instead of like the 30 plus that we made last time. It's like a weird predicament. I mean, in all reality, we have to take into account that I did pay $80 for each of those turbos. They were like $900 Canadian, shipped to my house from China, straight from China. It was like Beijing or something, I think, or Shanghai, something like that. I just wanted to do it because it was fun. I didn't really expect it to make huge power. We do have a nitrous kit here. It's not worth hooking up. I mean, it would be worth hooking up, but the extra work to do it, it's already midnight. We ran out of time like 2 hours ago, so. You know, shit happens sometimes, and if it's not the best result, maybe we'll come back swinging with something different, or maybe try and make this work, who knows. So we're gonna give it one more shot. We cooled it all the way down. We ran oil through the turbos for like 20 minutes. It's well past midnight now, so this is our last shot at it. If it doesn't go here, that's about it. What can I say? We've been trying everything. We took the manifolds off, we cut them apart, we did everything to try and make the boost. This one's
That took oil at driver's side big time.
this turbo right here was blowing this way the whole time. Yeah, this turbo was just blowing smoke this way. Yeah. So it only made like 500 something wheel, but if you watch the video slow-mo, I'll play it back, then everything is blowing out this turbo that way. So you can see there's oil puddling in this one, oil in this one, oil in this one, and then none in this one. And it's because all of that got blown all over here.
So this one and that one.
So that's our design flow.
So I'd be curious if you went even just
Long runners.
So these were parallel and just had your single outlet.
And then that's what I was going to do at first. I was going to wide here, go through the fender, and then, but you know, whatever was easiest.
Yeah. I wonder if that.
The potential's there with these turbos apparently, is just needed to be designed more like the Civic.
Yeah.
KO4s instead of KO3s.
I think so. I think that's our issue.
And I could probably do that pretty easy, put two big Ys in it, put them forward, connect them into a Y and shove it in,
I
but
gotta get going. Kyle,
peace.
peace easy.
I'm gonna load this piece of trash up now and get out of here. Make like a moose and get it on.
I heard it's 2 feet of snow there.
It's like a moose and get it on.
So what's happening is if you look at a compressor chart, when you're on the far left on your low airflow, what happens is your turbo goes into surge and it basically stalls out, like it stops absorbing air, right? And your turbo will overspeed and it's damaging to your turbo and all that bad stuff, right? This turbo is fighting against the outlet pressure from 7 other turbos competing to get air down that pipe. So I think because this side, especially this one being last in line, it's the furthest to the left on the graph, right? Like it's gonna be the hardest working turbo.
Yeah, because all the, like this one's trying to pressurize this area, this one's pressurizing this. And
Yeah.
if it was like a pipeline, that
So,
one's like,
if this is your compressor graph, and you've got your airflow and your
dude, my
pressure
windshield.
ratio,
Don't get scratches in it.
right? You probably got this turbo sitting like way here. You got your efficiency chart that's like this. You got like one turbo here, one turbo here, one turbo here, one turbo here, one turbo here. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that my 8 turbo build isn't good?
I think if it was like this, if we had a little bit broader range, it probably wouldn't matter that much. It'd probably still work.
But we're running them out at
What's
like,
happening is the turbos on this side especially are going to be the first,
and then it's the same thing where this front one right here is clean and the other ones are dirty. So this one's probably fighting these 3,
Oh yeah.
and then this one's getting the shaft there. Or because that's the one that's shoot up to. If I put an intercooler core just like right here,
Oh fuck yeah.
and then just ran all 8 pipes into the one end of the intercooler core, and then the other end just go into the throttle body.
Yep.
Get one of those vertical flow ones
Yep.
and run 8 pipes into it, but divide the end tank. So
Divide the end tank up into 8 pieces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it'll join up on the other side of the end tank.
Yeah.
And I'll just run that like right here,
Yeah.
so I can't see even anymore.
Yeah.
No, but if I do run an intercooler right here, like flat right here, I could just run them all in to one side, then turn this pipe up 180 and go into the intake. I'll just flip my intake around, not run my air to water. That'd be the simplest solution just to see if it works.
I bet you that would fix it. I bet you that would.
That's a bunch
I
of
bet you
2-inch
that would
aluminum piping, but
fix it. Close.
so we got to do we have to do a part 2 on this build. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Shit. I thought I was done with it. Thought I could build real race cars again. The internet's never satisfied.
That's my theory. That's my theory. It's the thing that makes sense, especially because you can see it just out this end,
This
right?
is the one that was.
I mean, if we really want
And
to do
the
it
second
easy,
one stalls
what
out.
I do is I flip these the other way, and I stack an intercooler core right here, and I stack an intercooler core right there on the other side, and I roll the end tanks over, join them up, and then put it in the intake. Intake.
Yeah.
So I'm actually editing the video over there. I realized I didn't make an outro. I'm in my onesie. Sully's playing Fortnite out there, so I can't film it out there. I'm in Virginia's stream room. This is where she's streaming all the time. Actually, I could just do it this way on the green screen. That'd be way better. Adam at AFR, very, very capable tuner. So you can't boil it down to different tuners would do it different ways because there's only so much ignition timing and boost control you can do on that thing in order to make it. You can see the design flaw we had with that compressor where it was blowing out one of the sides. One option we could do is get a bunch of 2-inch piping, lengthen the runners off the turbos so they have less chance of like backfeeding into each other. That's the way it happens on GTRs apparently. But overall, yeah, we couldn't get consistency out of the thing. One pass would make 33 pounds of boost, one pass would make 23 pounds of boost. So I don't know, it's back to the drawing board to see what you guys wanted me to do with it. I can also order some KO4 turbos, probably be a bit more efficient, redesign the piping. We did have the nitrous there. We planned not to use it because the obvious flaw with the boost. If the boost would have held steady at 33 pounds and we would have made 750 wheel with it, then I would have added nitrous on it, but it was no point trying to band-aid the boost fix with nitrous because then I might as well just unhook the boost and just run nitrous. Also, keep in mind, I'm one guy in a 2-car garage with a limited budget. I wanted to, for this 8 turbo build, my budget was like $3,000. So keep that in mind when you decide to write your hate comment down below, because like if I had an unlimited budget, I would use proper good turbos and it probably would have worked a lot better. So peace easy and get heavy.